Hey everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing the new Battleground and discussing my first thoughts and opinions on this. Let's go. As always, if you see yourself in this battle, please drop me a comment and say hi. So a few of you will have seen my video from a couple of days ago where I attempted this new Battleground convoy for the first time with the help of my friend GameZone, who is also joining me for this match today. So I've kind of been dragging him along with me for this every time I play it at the moment, as I'm still getting used to this mode. So obviously a few of the partners and a few other random players got to try the new Battleground convoy before it actually launched in game. Unfortunately, I wasn't part of that test group as I didn't have a PC, or I don't have a PC to play on. So this was obviously, I'm still kind of getting used to it. I'm still new to this new Battleground convoy. So just to talk through a couple of bits of this. So both teams have the exact same objective with Battleground Convoy. As you can see, that objective is on the left tooltip, and that is to escort the zealous idols. Now you can see on this tooltip that it tells you which team has got to each checkpoint first as well. So currently my team is ahead at the second checkpoint. There's also guardians that spawn in the center of the map, as you can see at the top of the screen. It had a little countdown for the sacred guardian there, and it tells you when the sacred guardian appears, which will be in the center of the map. Now the first team to take that guardian down will be granted a buff, so it's important to make sure that all team members are aware of that guardian spawning and what to do as well. So for this, you have two ways that you can play. You can kind of play attack and actually be trying to take down players on the enemy team from escorting their idol, or you can play defensive and actually stand on your idol and defend it. Now I generally go in more as an attack player in this. My build that I'm using is different to what I've previously used in Battleground, and I find this works quite well in this mode compared to the previous Battleground mode, and it does work very well actually attacking and taking down more players, so that's why I go in with this setup. So for me personally, I actually really enjoy this mode. I like it so much more than the previous Battleground. I think the old Battleground has got stale for a lot of old original players like myself, people that have been in the game for over 2 years. If you're playing it every day, it does start to get boring. It's a little bit like with the dungeons, obviously, before the random dungeon option came in. Many of us were just spamming the same dungeon over and over again. So having that random dungeon set up when that was brought into game was huge, and it made it a lot more enjoyable as well. And I feel that this Battleground is doing the same. It's kind of revitalizing PvP a little bit, and it gives you the option to play something different. You know, if you don't want to play the original Battleground, you can play this instead. Obviously, currently this is only available at one time of the day. I'm hoping that that will change and eventually be rolled out at different times of the day, or that you'll have the option to join either of the Battlegrounds at both times. I'd quite enjoy playing this in the morning, because generally I do play my Battleground matches in the morning, as I like to get them out of the way early in the day. But obviously this mode is currently only available from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. in game, so I've not been able to do that. But I am absolutely loving this. I've lost more than I've won. I've done 5 matches altogether and I've lost 4 of those, but honestly I don't care, because I'm actually enjoying it. So another thing to mention with this is that the team with their idol at the checkpoint the fastest is the one that wins. So obviously you can see there's the different checkpoints, as I said, on the left tooltip. So ideally the objective is to get your idol to that crystal heart and destroy it. But if you don't get your idol to that point, the idol that is furthest on in the match will obviously be the one that wins the battle. So it's quite an easy objective in regards what you've got to do. But actually doing that is a different kettle of fish. As you can see, it can be quite difficult to push your idol, especially if you're getting attacked. And you can see the enemy team is pretty much on my team on the idol as well. So I'm just trying my best to kind of push back their idol, stop them pushing forward more, as we're pretty much neck and neck at the moment, as you can see on the tooltip on the side. Another thing that I do like with this mode is the fact that the matches are actually shorter. It means that you don't get tied down to doing, you know, Battlegrounds for like 15 minutes at a time, or longer, because obviously we've all seen it where in the last few seconds the barrier gets unlocked and the team manages to push forward with destroying the crystal heart. So it is a lot more enjoyable in that sense, and you don't have to dedicate quite as much time to getting matches complete. However, because it is really hard to get a win in this mode, I am finding that my Battleground ranking is kind of just, or Battleground standing is staying pretty much the exact same. As I said, I'm having more losses than wins, and I'm getting badges a lot of the time in this mode, but not enough to actually push me or push my rank any higher than Silver 2, because that is where I'm still sat currently in Battleground. Now, a lot of people have been complaining about this new mode being extremely unbalanced with regards to resonance. Now, I just want to address that. I think the reason for that is because you can obviously enter with a friend. So this will happen where you get two very high resonance players enter together. I've seen a lot of people that are high resonance queuing for this together. I've seen multiple players who are like 10k and they are queuing with a friend to enter. And that is going to be really hard to try and counteract, because obviously it's going to be really difficult to find another two 10k players that are queuing at the same time to put on the opposite team. So I think that is where a lot of the lack of balance is coming from within this mode. But overall, I actually really enjoy it. I think it's so much more fun. It's very chaotic. You do have to kind of constantly pay attention to the minimap, constantly pay attention to what is around you, especially with those portals, because obviously sometimes a player may just appear behind you and start attacking. But overall, I do generally like this a lot more than the original Battleground mode. So that's my personal opinion on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As I said, a lot of you have fed back that you feel that this is really unbalanced and that you're not enjoying it so much because of that. But myself personally, as I said, I actually really enjoy this. I enjoy the chaos of it. And yeah, just learning something new in Diablo Immortal. So as you can see, unfortunately, this match was a loss for our team. It was a defeat at the end of that. Our Crystal Heart did get destroyed first. For some reason, I wasn't given the top kills here, even though I had like 16 overall, so I'm not sure what happened there. And as you can see, my rank, as I said, is still the same. But that's it from me for this video. As I said, let me know your thoughts on this new mode in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Official Diablo partner.